when it comes to things that societies take for granted. Societies tend to think they are an end on itself, things that people have believed for years, and still today the same things are causing confusion and strife amongst the people. I will start off by asking a question. I would say, what is a judgmental attitude? How do you get to a level where you say what this person is saying about this person is judgmental? This person is judging another person. My answer is simple and straightforward. I would say, first, we need to know, or we need to differentiate between fact and opinion. We need to know that in as much as we believe in some things that we call values, morals, and stuff like that, it all goes down to perceptions, how we perceive others. Of course, we all conceive perceptions from time to time about others, but what makes all the difference is how we handle those perceptions. Some people go to the extremes and start to judge others based on their perceptions. Obviously, perceptions are built through the values, the morals, the things that we grew up seeing, the things that we learned and stuff like that. And obviously, every society have what they call their values, societal values and morals. And what applies in this society may not necessarily apply in the other society. So, the best way to handle a diverse world is to tolerate each other's way of viewing the world. God has a reason. There is a reason why God allowed mankind to see things differently. There is a reason why God allowed sin to be on earth. He could have removed it, but He allowed sin to be on earth and expects you to defeat it. He expects you to be upright. He expects you to be sin free, but He did not take away sin from the world. So there is a reason for that. So how do we handle ourselves and maintain a progressive society that encompasses diversity, a society that respects individual differences in how we understand things, in how we view the world? The best way is to tolerate each other's way of thinking, each other's way of seeing things, especially in this day and age where everybody is free to make their own choices. Obviously, if somebody is making the wrong choices, we might perceive what they are doing as the wrong choices. And the best way to let them know, if you are like a close friend, a family, or however, is only to tell them your view without judging them. And if they don't take it, obviously they choose their choices, and if you make choices, you live by your choices. Okay, so perception is one of the things that we as humans cannot avoid, and yet how we choose to let it affect others makes all the difference. I think I talked about that one a little earlier. We see people behaving or dressing in a certain way, and because of the vibrant nature of the brain, we are like thinking automatically, we are formulating images. We perceive them as something else. We perceive them as intending to do something else. You see a woman dressed in a miniskirt, and some people go to the extremes of thinking that they are prostitutes. But guess what? I know some guys who actually want their wives to dress in miniskirts and tight jeans. That's how they want to see them look like, you know. So, should we conclude that these are prostitutes, or their intention is to lure men into having sex with them? No, that's kind of like stooping too low. And we cannot do that. We cannot center our way of life on the outward looks of people. There is a common saying that says looks are deceiving. Yes, looks are deceiving. Not only deceiving in the sense that you see somebody dressed nicely and you think they are good when they are bad. It's also deceiving in the sense that you see somebody dressed in a way that you think it's bad, but actually the inside person is a good person. You don't know why somebody is dressed like that, you know. However, because of the societal locations, like for instance, where I come from, if you see somebody dressed in white garments, that means they belong to an apostolic sect church. If you see somebody dressed in camouflage, you know he's a soldier. And this is, it seems like a fact because that's the norm of the society, but it's still a perception, because I may dress in white, but that doesn't mean I belong to that sect of the apostles. I may dress in camouflage, but that doesn't mean I'm a soldier. But do you know what perception does? You already conceive that perception that, oh, he's a soldier, you know. And you even try to factualize it. You think it's a fact, but basically, to be quite honest, it's not. So what we need to embrace as a people is those introspective values where we tend to look into ourselves more than we look at other people. When we look into ourselves, perfect ourselves, and try to sell our behavior to the people, it's easy for people to understand us that way than trying to condemn what they're doing. Obviously, there is a reason why somebody is engaged in those practices, but the last thing we can ever do is to judge them. That's a recipe for disaster. We need to look into ourselves more than we look into how other people behave. After all, those people, they might as well know what they are supposed to do, but they have their reasons for doing what they are doing right now. So let's try to regurgitate that mindset of selfishness. You know, we see things the way we do, and we expect everybody else to see things the same way. That is a wrong mentality, because not everybody will see the same things the same way, and that is what makes mankind unique, and that is what makes us as humans stronger than any creature under the sun. Let's learn a culture of tolerance and respect. By respecting others, you are also respecting yourself. This is what I believe. You are entitled to what you believe. You are entitled to pick one or two of my advices, or just discard it completely. It's all up to you. Thank you.